Good evening to all, dignitaries on the dais and off the dais. I was tipped off to speak at the last, but being in middle, I think I should speak. Okay, see the perspective, the different perspective of looking at patent information. And the basic objective of a patent system was to take the technical knowledge from few innovators to public. Is that being met or not? What do you do after that knowledge is taken out of inventors and putting into the public domain? Is that in use to look at future or not? See, the problem solved is already solved. So are we trying to look at future based on this technical information which is available in patent document? So it's not an individual technology, individual products. So can we build an overall perspective of technology? So I think my friend from Quesel and all, they presented the different kind of patent analysis where we talk about numbers, where we talk about some concepts, where we talk about different games the different companies plays. So this perspective of a future, how we look at patent information, generally at present we look at patent information as a technical information, legal information, which we are playing around. So I would like to quote this. The optimist would say half glass full, pessimist will say it's half empty. Our Prime Minister says it's a half empty and half filled with air, half with water and half with air. Patent attorney will say liquid H2O bisecting open cylindrical vessel. So that language patent attorney will understand, but scientist will not understand, and the countering attorney will say, no, it's not a cylindrical vessel. It's some other shape, so I can happily copy it. So that's the other perspective. So there's a lot of technological indication. See, the shape of this particular vessel would give different kind of indication. How do we tap those indication in a systematic manner? Systematic manner. See, foresight is now not a vague, let you have a trend or trend analysis. So it is supposed, technology is supposed to follow the trend. It's not the case because there are alternative technologies available to one technology to solve some problem. So there is a standard method of doing forecasting and foresight. So for doing technology forecasting using patent information, there are methods available. You may be aware of a TRIZ methodology where you do actually design future products using patent information using 40 principles of TRIZ. So there is a particular method available. Then now with in vogue is a white space analysis. Can we combine all these techniques and come up with a common forecast? And what is foresight? In my word, if I put what is foresight, is array of forecasts. Array of forecasts. So it's not about a single product, not about a single technology. It's all about different technologies and different products in certain area of technology. So can we build that perception maybe 5 years ahead and 10 years ahead? See, most of the time, certain portion of inventions are ahead of time. So we were discussing with Professor Prabhupada Ganguly this morning. Oh, this invention, it will not take place or will not find place in the market for another 10 years. So it will take 10 years. So can we tap those inventions in the right perspective and build the future scenario? So there's a standard methodology what you must be practicing in foresight to build different scenarios. You may use STEEP, you may use TIPSE or whatever. You do analysis with the opinion of people. So when you do TIPSE or a STEEP, the technology perspective, you get a direct information from patent documents. Economic, I think a lot of analyses were presented by different speakers. Then on the policy issue, can we involve people showing some patent analysis in a specific form and get opinion? And the social issue. So can we use this patent information and how we can use it? We will discuss. So when we try to develop a foresight, there has to be a scope, what we are trying to do. So the technology and different Patent Act and IP Act will play a role in scoping that particular foresight, how we want to build future based on this technology and our laws. And then when you involve people or recruit people to do that, so when we can find the applicants and inventors to be involved, and then we need a technical analysis to take it. But if we want to take action based on the foresight, then we have to be very systematic in seeing and foreseeing how do we source technology, how do we source patents, which are territories we source, and the issues of infringement and other things will not hinder the path which we have chosen to progress on. And then, see, foresight and forecasting is not a one-time exercise. It has to be renewed from time to time, and then we have to go through this complete cycle time and again to build different scenarios and foresight for the future using this pattern information. So there is some patent analysis taken from Shinichiro's paper, but how we can use this, how we can map them along with different forecasting methods. Like the forecasting, you can assume a future and do backcasting. You do brainstorming, you do citizen panel, conference and workshop, essay scenarios, building scenarios, expert panels, etc., etc. So each of these patent analysis is how it can be used in these things. So we are developing and working on these processes, and I think we can learn much more in more time. And I think if you start thinking through this angle, then we will see patent information through a different angle. And thank you very much.